Whether right next door, across the country, or at the side of the road, good neighbors can be found just about anywhere. CAA proudly presents Calling All Neighbours, an online series hosted by our CAA partners, experts, and community members.
On the northeast tip of North America, on an island called Newfoundland, there's an airport. Used to be one of the biggest in the world, and next to it is a town called Gander.
CAA and Mirvish Productions welcome you to The Rock in a behind-the-scenes look at the hit musical Come From Away, which took place right here in Gander, Newfoundland.
It's a place where every resident, every community member, every family is your neighbor. And as history's shown, it's a place of unbelievable care, compassion, and humanity.
To explore these themes, we reunite the cast for an in-depth conversation about their shared experiences with the show, and to discuss how Come From Away is the ultimate display of neighborly spirit. Then, hear the songs you know and love with exclusive virtual performances featuring the music of Come From Away. And finally, enjoy a backstage pass to the Royal Alexandra Theatre for a virtual in-depth look at this Toronto landmark for the arts. All of this and more starts right now.
Oh, hi. Hi, how's it going, everyone? Hi, George.
There she is. Hi, friends. What's
There
up?
she is.
What up?
This is it.
This is it.
We're back.
We're back.
We're reviving.
Baby.
Anybody remember anything?
No.
No.
Not.
I was about to say on the Northeast Bridge.
Hey, so we're really lucky in that we have a few other members of the Come From Away Toronto cast here today to do a little bit of a Q&A like we do at the theater when we're running. So this is fun. Our show explores so many themes, but the one that keeps coming back throughout is the true power of human connection. How do you see it play out in our production of Come From Away?
Well, the experiences that I've had with Come From Away in terms of watching it as an audience member first, I saw one of the first or second workshops of it when Sheridan did it at the Panasonic. When I walked out of the theater, I had this overwhelming sense of pride to be Canadian, first of all, but second of all, wanting to be a better person. Watching how selfless and amazing and kind these people in Gander were, taking in 7,000 strangers. It just, honestly, it fills me with so much joy. And the message of kindness is free, humanity at its best, is just a story for the times, especially at a time right now when the only way we can connect is virtually and we can't be together. And I think there's going to be a big need for a show like this when we come out of isolation and lockdown because of the themes of the show.
For people who are watching, because I don't think they know the amount of letters that we got. We received so many letters of people saying just that came to see the show and were touched so much by it that they wrote us letters saying that when the show ended and they walked outside, they turned to whoever they came to the show with and said, how can we do better? I want to do something. I want to help. I want to do better. I want to be better. And isn't that amazing that a show, a theater production has left such a lasting impression on people to know that they can be better humans.
Mm-hmm.
How incredible.
That's theater at its best.
Yes.
Yes.
The importance of live theater, coming into a theater, watching humans on stage and having that human connection.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So CAA is celebrating what it means to be a good neighbor. So let's talk a bit about what some of those neighborly moments in Come From Away are that really inspire each of us in our everyday life.
Kind of all of them. And the reason why I say all of them is that people just do it. And it's not like this thing. They just do it because it's the right thing to do and it's normal. And, you have the line as Derm where it's you would have done the same. Don't you just help your neighbor out? Aren't you just there for people? Don't you just say hello? I don't understand. It's so normal. So it just goes to show that what inspires me about all their neighborly moments is that to be a neighbor is just something you do. It's not an event. It's just a thing you do.
I totally agree with what Ali's saying. Just like that idea of, there's no fanfare, they just do it. It's just like, it's just common knowledge to just do the right thing. I just love that. And in terms of like, there's lots of neighborly moments in the show, which is amazing, but also not surprising. I mean, it's just like it's something that, anyone would do. That idea of like, you would have done the same.
Yeah. Okay. So I do have a favorite moment in Come From Away of just neighborly love and kindness. And pardon me, I'm going to try to do it. But like, it's been a while, so I don't know if my accent's going to be okay for anyone watching.
I know where you're going with this.
Okay, yeah. So my favorite line in the show is when I play this girl who works at Walmart, and she says this: "Thank you for shopping at Walmart. Would you like to come back to my house for a shower?" Not bad, right? Okay. That's my favorite moment in the show, like in general for myself. Because again, it's just the selflessness of someone just inviting a total stranger to their house to just get cleaned up and be comfortable and just help. And if I may tie it in to CAA specifically, I'm a proud CAA member myself. And I find that what's really cool about CAA is that you have someone who's really, really reliable, like a best friend or like a friend you can like dial up and call and just know that your car troubles are going to be okay. Make your day better, even though it's gone really badly at that point. And I just feel like there's so many characters in Come From Away that take the extra step and go the extra mile to just make people comfortable and be reliable and kind. And yeah.
Hey, thank you all for those great answers. It's really insightful, I think, for people watching that maybe haven't seen our show yet. Give them a little glimpse into what we think about it and how we come to the stage and bring our story to the stage. So thanks so much for that. Let's take a little break from Q&A. We'll come back and do more because I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a great time. But let's listen to one of the songs from the show now, shall we? This song is about female pilot Beverly, the adversity that she faced through her career and her ability to overcome it all is a reminder of the social progress we've made as a society. And that's something we should all be proud of. But with the current state of the world, this song can also carry another very relevant message. Over the course of this pandemic, we've all been feeling grounded. Me in the Sky recognizes the challenges and frustrations that we've faced as we stay home, stay grounded, and wait for better days ahead. As we approach the 20th anniversary of 9/11, we find a song that rings true again, now more than ever. CAA's Calling All Neighbours, in partnership with Mirvish Productions, are proud to present Me and the Sky.
American Airlines had the prettiest planes, so I applied as a flight engineer. But the World War II pilots, they all complained. They said girls shouldn't be in the cockpit. Hey lady, hey baby, hey, why don't you grab us a drink? And the flight attendants weren't my friends back then, and they said, are you better than us, do you think? But I kept getting hired in the World War II crew, never tired, and the girls all thought much higher of me. 1986, the first female American captain in history. Suddenly I'm in the cockpit. Suddenly I've got my wings. Suddenly all of those Suddenly shocked at how much they've grown. Suddenly I'm wondering how my parents would feel seeing me teaching men to be pilots. Cause suddenly I am a senior instructor and somehow I'm 51. Suddenly I'm flying Paris to Dallas, across the Atlantic and feeling calm. Suddenly someone on air-to-air traffic says at 8:46 there's been a terrorist action, and the one thing I love more than anything was used as the bomb. Suddenly I'm in a hotel. Suddenly something has died. Suddenly there's something in between me and the sky.
Well, I think it's a good time to say that it's been 15 months since any of us have done the show.
I love that we haven't lost the spirit of taking each other to task for even the smallest of mistakes.
My script with all my notes, what chair I move, whatever, is at the theater. Like I have to go
Same.
get it.
Same.
Like I haven't looked at my
All
script.
my scripts, my makeup.
I have no clue where mine is. Not
The
a
script, yeah. Pepsi.
Not right now.
Now that's the sense of community.
Okay, so here's the thing about your craft. So as performers, we're used to switching between different roles, especially in this show. What's the process? What's the process for you in creating, I guess, what they call virtual content now, right? And what do you find most exciting and challenging about it? What about you, Ali? You have a podcast, so you're our Come From Away Genius Bar.
The Genius Bar never closed. No,
So
I gotta say, for me, I view it very much like film and television, and that so much of it is like done in post. And so the way it's shot is that you record your thing. You have really no idea what's going on. And especially when you're doing just for the folks watching at home, folks, I sound like Joe Biden when I say folks, for the folks watching at home, what basically needs to happen is that a lot of people don't know is that we cannot in this Zoom chat sing in sync because there's just latency over the internet. So if George was to clap a beat, we could never actually join it.
And a 1 and a 2 and you know what to do. Oh, we're pretty good, actually. We're actually pretty good.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Well, I will say, though, that self-tapes, like if we can stay with self-tapes for the remainder of life, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love not having to travel.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you have an audition or it's the whole day. It
Whole
takes
day.
up your
Yes.
whole day.
Yeah.
Well, you could also be anywhere too, right? So I'm in Newfoundland, but I can still do self-tapes,
So the experience of creating Welcome to the Rock for this CAA event was definitely really interesting and unlike anything I've ever done before. Everyone had to record their own parts of the songs at home by themselves with a camera and the track playing in our ears. And it's definitely strange creating theater and creating songs and performances that way because you're actually not feeding off of anybody's energy and there's no one to play off of and you're not with your peers on stage. So it's a very different experience.
Well, if we're speaking of technical at-home setup, I really wish you could see what's happening in my space. It's actually ridiculous. It's gotten comical at this point. A number of cardboard boxes piled up on top of each other, leaning up against a window with my iPad perched on top.
When I was asked to do this, I had to remember how the song went. Isn't that crazy? Because we've done this show like 850 times or somewhere in that ballpark. But yeah, it was really interesting to put it together and then see it come all together. Everyone doing their separate parts, but to see it all come together in the end was really cool.
You know what for me is so very challenging is that if I'm at home doing it by myself and I'm not feeding off of the energy of an audience or my cast members, it's a very isolating experience. And it feels really kind of emptier to not have that sense of community. The thing about theater that makes theater is that it's humans on stage performing for you. It's live. Anything could happen. There's a sense of danger and wonder. There's a collective energy in the audience when the lights go down that everybody just decides to be in the present moment. And when you're shooting something, you don't get that energy. You don't get that sense of immediacy and spontaneity. You can press record and stop as many times as you like and start over. And kind of, again, it's just the sense of community is not there, which is really difficult. I found personally really challenging to not be able to connect with people actually physically in that way. And it's something that, digital things and virtual things will never replace the experience that is sitting in a theater and watching something live. We're going to realize when we come out of this that we need human experiences like that, like theater. That's my hope anyway, that people will want to come back to the theater.
So we probably already touched on this question in a lot of different ways, but let's just get a little more specific, I guess. So for each of you, what are some of the greatest lessons that Come From Away teaches us about kindness and about our ability as humans to bring the best out of ourselves and also to inspire others to do the same?
So this show is really about, kindness. And what's interesting, to go to what Steffi said, that definitely the show is about human connection. It's that, nothing is done alone. No man, woman, human is an island. Humans are inherently kind.
Mm-hmm.
I think humans are capable of being kind. I think human beings must strive to be kind. And I think when human beings are kind, it is better. And when we are far more collective and connected, it is better. So this is a very kind of like aspirational show in terms of not just how we need to connect, but how we should be connecting, the manner in which we should be connecting to each other.
It really comes down to, for me, is really understanding compassion. It's like that compassion that we have and that we should have, knowing that, listen, life is not perfect. We're all work in progress. This is our whole life is a work in progress. Someone can appear like they have everything, but it could be struggling, and I wouldn't know it. And I probably judge. And we're in an industry where we automatically have this, not judge like maliciously or anything, but just like, when we watch a show, or we're always like criticizing, certain things. But to really understand someone's story is really big for me in terms of just like that idea of kindness. That's the biggest thing that really jumps out at me is compassion.
Kindness is free. Empathy is free. Patience is free.
I can't think of a better way to wrap this up. Kiki, thanks for that. Thank you all, friends, family, neighbors. I miss you all. I really do. This is such a great treat. And I want to thank our neighbors at CAA for bringing us together to have this chat. And I look forward to, it's just like we're in the seniors lounge.
Oh,
yeah.
The seniors
lounge.
And for anybody that's watching this wanting to know what the seniors lounge is, well, come see us and maybe we'll let you in on that little insider secret. Love you all.
Love you.
Thank
Love you, George.
Oh yeah, the Zoom.
Bye.
Welcome to the Rock is our powerful opening number. Not only is this song a rally cry for all Islanders, but a reminder of the kindness and neighborly spirit found in all Canadians. When the sun is coming up and the world has come ashore, if you're hoping for a harbor, then you'll find an open door. This is what it means to be a good neighbor, to look out for one another, to open your door for your community and for visitors. to care for each other unconditionally. This is what CAA does. This is what all great Canadians do. And now, we're proud to share this song with you. CAA's Calling All Neighbours, in partnership with Mirvish Productions, celebrate this great Canadian spirit with a song that invites you into this magnificent story of Come From Away. Welcome to the Rock. On the northeast tip of North America, on an island called Newfoundland, there's an airport. It used to be one of the biggest airports in the world, and next to it is a town called Gander. Welcome to the Rock. If you come from away, you'll probably understand about a half of what we say. They say no man's an island, but an island makes a man, especially when one comes from one like Newfoundland. Welcome to the Rock.
That morning I'm in the classroom. It's our first day back and the school buses are on strike. So I'm covering for Annette, who's running late.
Sorry, Beulah, how's the kids?
Well, not exactly thrilled to be inside on such a gorgeous day. So I told them we'd only have a half day this morning, and they were quite pleased. Until I told them we'd have the other half in the afternoon.
Welcome to the wildest weather that you've ever heard of,
where everyone is nicer, but it's never nice above.
Welcome to the farthest place you'll get from Disneyland.
Fish and chips and shipwrecks.
This is Newfoundland.
Welcome to the Rock.
An islander, I am an islander. I'm an islander, I am an islander. I'm an islander, I am an islander. I'm an islander, I am an islander.
That morning, I'm in my car. The kids cross Airport Boulevard to get to school, and that time of day, people are in a little bit of a rush to get to work and stuff. So normally, I sit there and run my radar.
Whoop, whoop.
And if they're speeding, I'll stop them and write out a warning ticket. I'll write STHD. Slow the hell down.
Welcome to the land where the winters tried to kill us, and we said, we will not be killed.
Welcome to the land where the waters tried to drown us, and we said,
We will not be drowned. Welcome to the land where we lost our loved ones, and we said, we will still go on.
welcome to the land where the winds tried to blow.
And we said no.
That morning I drop the kids off at school and head to the SPCA, where I'm greeted by my other kids, all barking and meowing for breakfast and a belly rub. Not that I'm complaining, I love them. But by the time feeding's done, I gotta get back to pick up my human kids. So I take just 1 second for myself, and I'm sitting in my car.
I'm in the staff room.
I'm in the library.
And I turn on the radio.
You are here at the start of a moment, on the edge of the world, where the river meets the sea. Here on the edge of the Atlantic, on an island in between there and here.
I'm running my radar when Bonnie comes by. She pulls up and she's waving at me like mad, so I roll down my window and she says,
Oz, turn on your radio.
slow it down, Bonnie.
Jesus H, Oz, turn on your radio.
Where our stories start,
It's my first day at the station.
where we'll end the night,
I'm getting coffee for the picket line.
where we know by heart
5 minutes to my smoke break.
every single flight.
I'm off to work at the airport.
Welcome to the fun, welcome to the trees, to the ocean and the sky and whatever's in between. Till the ones who left, you're never truly gone. The candles in the window and the candles always on. When the sun is coming up and the world is coming short, if you're hoping for a harbor, then you'll find an open door. In the winter, from the water to whatever's in the way, to the ones who have come from away. We say, welcome to the, 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 welcome to the Rock.
In 1900, Toronto was a quiet town of only 200,000, but only 5 years later, it had grown by 50% to 300,000. The city was bustling. The main form of entertainment was live theatre, but most of the theatres were makeshift relics from the last century when Toronto was still a backwater. The city needed a new theatre that reflected its new status. In 1906, Cothram Mulock, known as the Boy Millionaire, set about correcting this. He hired architect John Lyle and instructed him, "Build me the finest theatre on the continent." The Royal Alexandra Theatre, the first North American theatre to be issued a royal patent by Buckingham Palace, officially opened on August 26, 1907. Immediately, the Royal Alex became the place to be. Its roster of stars is an honor roll of 20th century theatre. Mary Pickford, Helen Hayes, Al Jolson, Orson Welles, Humphrey Bogart, John and Ethel Barrymore, Fred and Adele Astaire, Catherine Cornell, Deborah Kerr, John Gielgud, Ralph Richardson, Edith Piaf sang here, Paul Robeson played Othello here, Pavlova danced here, the Marx Brothers made Alex audiences laugh, and Mae West made them blush. By the late 1950s, it was the city's only surviving legitimate theater that had not been converted into a cinema. But its fortunes began to wane. First film and then television offered other forms of entertainment. The Royal Alex had to find new energy, and perhaps a new owner to flourish again. That owner was Ed Mirvish, who, with the enthusiastic support of his wife Anne, bought the theater in 1963, saved it from demolition, spent lavishly to restore it, and built an exciting neighborhood around it. Today, the Royal Alex is as vital as ever, and still considered the finest theater on the continent. Let's now discover the building itself. The exterior of the building is brick and sandstone. Beneath its exterior walls are 2 feet of concrete, reinforced by a steel structure, the first theater in North America to be constructed this way. Stepping into the front foyer, it's easy to see the splendor of the materials used. The foyer is clad in a green marble imported from Italy. The floor is a mosaic created by craftsmen in Venice. Step through the second set of doors and you're in a sea of rich walnut wood imported from Turkey. The grand staircases were hand-carved of cherry wood from Austria and Hungary. Above the doors leading into the auditorium is the crest of the British royal family, as the Alex has a royal patent and is named after Alexandra, the consort of Edward VII, later Queen Alexandra, and the great-grandmother of Queen Elizabeth II. Off the front lobby are rooms where the audience can rest and perhaps enjoy a beverage before the performance and at intermission. The manager's office is also here, a wood-paneled room where the theater's early news clippings are kept. Inside the auditorium, the wainscoting and doorways are of sturdy Canadian oak. The walls are covered in cream and gold silk. The seats are upholstered in striped cream and gold wool and silk gabardine, specially woven in England by Burberrys. Until the 1950s, it was customary for men to wear hats. But what to do with them during the performance? The answer was to put them under the seat in these specially designed wire racks. All the decorative carvings in the building were made by artisans brought over from Germany. All the ornate plasterwork on the walls and ceilings was made by master craftsmen from France. At the top of the proscenium arch, which frames the stage, is the sounding board. Its purpose is to bounce the sound of the actors' voices from the stage into the auditorium. At the Royal Alex, the sounding board features a mural by Frederick Challoner, the finest muralist of his time. It shows a classical scene, Venus and attendants discovering the sleeping Adonis with Cupid close by. Now let's go to the dress circle, which is the second level of seating in the auditorium. Thanks to the structure's steel frame, the Royal Alex was the first theater to have cantilevered balconies, meaning the weight of the balconies is held up by the steel and concrete structure, not pillars, which would obstruct the view of audience members seated behind them. When Lady Diana, the Princess of Wales, came to see Les Miserables at the Royal Alex in 1990, this is where she sat. Dress circle, first row, center seat. Off the dress circle is the CAA Lounge. Overlooking King Street, this gracious room is beautifully appointed and a favorite with patrons. The balcony is the third level of seating. It offers great views, but is much higher up. In the 19th century, the balcony would have been called the Gods, for obvious reasons. On the sides of the stage are a few more seats. These are called the boxes. Traditionally, this is where public figures sat so that they could be seen by everyone else in the auditorium. Now let's walk back downstairs to the orchestra level. But first, as we descend the staircase, note all the framed photos on the walls. These are only some of the noteworthy stars from the Royal Alex's first 4 decades. Before we go on stage and backstage, let's go to the newest part of the building, the Yale Simpson Lounge. Named after a former general manager of the theater, it was built in 1990 in the former crawl space of the theater. We'll go backstage through the green room, which is located just the other side of this door. The green room is where the actors, crew members, and musicians can hang out when they're not on stage. There are many theories about why it's called the green room, but you should know that no green room in any theater is actually green. Behind the back wall of the stage are the dressing rooms. In fact, there are 4 levels of dressing rooms, which can accommodate more than 40 performers. Here we are in the stage right wings. The set on stage is Come From Away, which has been playing at the Royal Alex since February of 2018, one of the theater's most popular shows. Notice that the view from the stage allows you to see every seat in the auditorium. That means every seat provides a good view of the stage. Now we are in the old stage door room, which is located on the east side of the building. Until the late 1980s, this was the entrance to the stage for everyone who worked here. The room has been left intact because of its rich history, and a new stage door was created at the rear of the building. Notice that there are more actors' photos on the wall, even on the ceiling. If these walls could talk, the stories they could tell of the lives of the show people who've walked through here. We are now on the fly floor. In olden days, this is where technicians would control the scenery hung in the fly tower. They would lower scenery pieces onto the stage to create a new setting while raising or flying out the scenery from the previous scene. Fun fact, the people originally hired to do this job were sailors because they had experience with ropes and sails. The fly tower is almost 100 feet tall. Behind it are the 4 levels of dressing rooms. What a different world it is back here from the rich and gilded world of the auditorium and lobbies. Thank you for joining us for this tour of the Royal Alex. We hope you've enjoyed a little of this beloved building's history. In closing, here is David Mirvish, the theater's owner. He is the son of Ed and Ann Mirvish. Like his parents, he loves this building and is committed to continuing its long tradition of offering the best in theater to audiences in Toronto and beyond.
The theatre isn't just another business, it's a lifelong passion. The Royal Alexandra Theatre is the place where my wife and I had our first date. I'm very honored to partner with CAA in making theatre more accessible to its members. CAA's dedication to its community and its support of the arts is superb. Thank you for that support. As a member since 1966, they give me the confidence to keep running my car. I look forward to seeing you at the theatre when the time is right. Please stay tuned for a big announcement delivering CAA members even more excitement and benefits when they attend our 4 incredible theatres.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. And remember, CAA members save on select Mirvish shows and receive free coffee and coat check at all Mirvish theaters. Visit Mirvish.com for the latest updates on Mirvish theaters and shows. Calling All Neighbours is a virtual series that celebrates what it means to be a good neighbor. Good neighbors look out for each other. They are there for you on the good days and the bad. They are your friends, and in some cases, your family. CAA thanks you for tuning in. This virtual series is our way of thanking you for welcoming us into your communities for over 115 years and for allowing us to be your neighbor.